discuss something called this keyword in Java. Okay, so what is this keyword and how do we use it? So this keyword is used to refer actual data members, or you can say member variables or instance variables. When we have same name for both local variables and instance variables, and member variables or instance variables. Okay, so whenever you have same name for both instance variables and local variables, then we go for this keyword. Of course, it's not mandatory to go in this situation, but it's highly recommended to use in this case. But most of the times people will use this keyword for all the member variables, because I want to identify that this variable belongs to the class itself. In the sense, it is a member in our class, like that we wanted to identify. For example, we have a class called employee. Okay, in this employee class we have three data members like integer employee id, string employee name, ename, and then double salary. Okay, private double salary. Okay, now I'm writing a constructor, guys. How do we write constructor? Like employee, the class name, the constructor name should be same, so that I wrote like this. And here I'm writing some default values like employee id equal to 0, ename equals to null, and then salary equal to 0. Okay, like this I wrote it. It's a default constructor, there is no issue with this. But when I'm going to talk about a parameterized constructor like employee, in which I'm taking three parameters like integer x, string y, double z. Like this I have taken three local variables or parameters in order to initialize my member variables. So what I was writing earlier, empid is equal to x. It's very simple to understand, since I'm passing integer value first, that I'm assigning to my employee id. Okay, to this member variable. And then y I'm going to initialize to ename, z I'm going to initialize to sal. It's very clear to understand when you're writing code. Okay, so what I'm writing here, ename equals to y and sal equals to z. So simple to understand. But when you have same name for both, for example, instead of writing like this, I'm writing in this model, like instead of x, I'm writing empid. Instead of y, I'm writing ename. Instead of z, I'm writing sal. So now the problem comes. So when you have same name for both member variables empid and local variable is also empid, then what should I write? Can I write empid is equal to empid and ename equals to ename and sal equal to sal? No. So if you do so, syntactically it's okay, guys. It will accept. Okay, because local variable name is empid and member variable name is also empid. It will accept syntactically, but what it is going to initialize when I say empid, will it understands that this employee ID means member variable or employee ID means local variable? So by default, it gives first priority to local variable when we are inside any method or construct. So obviously, the empid means it refers to the local only. So the value of local will be initialized with local itself. So it doesn't copy the value of this local variable into member variable. That is why to refer the member variable in this context, we have to use this keyword. Okay. So you should write like this. This dot empid is equal to empid. So what is meant by this dot empid? That means, so member variable. This variable is called as this dot empid. And same way, if you want to refer this, you have to use this dot ename. So why are we using here? Because the names of local variable and member variable are exactly same. That is the reason this is mandatory in this context. But though we don't have same names, you can use this keyword. There is no rule that you have to do in this context. But this is the most widely used situation where we use this keyword when the names of parameters or local variables and member variables are same. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Let's see this practically. Let's switch to Eclipse. So create a new project, go to file, close all editors, file, new project, Java project. I said WinSoft 85 and then finish. So right click on the project, add new class, and the package name is com.prakash I'm giving. The class name is my app or app you can guess, and click on main method, finish. So what are we writing here? This keyword demo. So let's create a class. So class employee, I said same class I'm taking, like private integer empid members I'm taking, private string ename, and private double salary sal I'm taking. Okay, so let's take a default constructor employee. So without any parameters, employee id equal to 0, ename equals to null, and sal equal to 0 or 0.0. This is about default constructor, guys. So now we are writing parameterized constructor. Excuse me, default constructor. So here we are writing parameterized constructor. So what we are writing, employee. Inside that, I am writing integer empid, string ename, and double sal. Okay, so we have three parameters, and here I am writing empid is equal to empid, which is not recommended, but still I am writing just because I want to see how it is behaving. Okay, ename equals ename and sal equals to sal. Okay, so let's write a method for displaying all of them, like sysout. I mean, we are writing a method. So void display. So in which we are writing sysout employee id, that is empid, or this dot empid also can write, there is no issue, and name of the employee, so that is ename, and then salary sal. Okay, yeah. So now let's switch to main class, in which I'm creating object of employee class. Employee e1 is equal to new employee. Okay, so if I don't pass anything, so by default will go to default constructor. So e1 dot display means you'll get 0 null 0. Okay, let's run it and see the output in the bottom, guys. We got the output as employee id 0, name null, and salary 0.0. That's expected. Okay, coming to the next object that I'm creating now, employee e2 is equal to new employee. So this time I'm passing some parameters like 1001, and I said Mohan, and then I gave something like 50,000. Okay, then what I'm writing, e2 dot display. So let's run it and see, guys. So I'm expecting these values are going to be initialized with parameterized constructor, because since we have parameters, it will not go to default constructor, it will come here. But here I wrote empid is equal to empid. So what's happening? Empid means local variable. What is empid? My expectation is empid means will go to this member variable, but never go to that, because when we have same name for member variables and local variables, the first priority goes to local variable. That's why it will not initialize to member variables. Now also you will get 0 null 0. So between this I'm giving a line gap, so that we'll understand a line gap between two. So I need to see, guys. See the output now. The first object is giving 0 null 0, second object also giving the 0 null 0, e2. So why are we getting second object also 0 null 0, though we have passed all this? Because of due to lack of this keyword. So now what I'm just replacing is this dot empid is equal to empid. So we are assigning local variable value to the member variable. So see, guys, blue color it is showing now. If it is showing blue color means it's a member variable. In this way we can easily identify while writing code. Okay, so now you see it's perfectly initializing local variable value to member variable. This time you will get the values for the second object. not like earlier. Okay, let's see the output difference between see guys, first object is default constructor it was called, and second object is whatever I'm passing is initialized. So that is the advantage of this keyword. So hope everyone is clear with this example. Any doubts?